Story 1. In the dark depths of the internet, beyond the borders of reality, lie the Backrooms, an infinite labyrinth of empty corridors, walls yellowed by time, and low ceilings where time seems to have stopped and only shadows roam. It is in these endless mazes that Alice, a young and daring explorer, finds herself, curious to uncover the hidden mysteries of the Backrooms. Intrigued by the strange stories she had read online, she decides to venture there alone, equipped with her mobile phone as her only source of light. At first, everything seems calm. Alice cautiously moves through the dark corridors, her footsteps echoing in the oppressive silence. But the further she goes, the more she feels a malevolent presence watching her from the shadows. Hours pass, but the corridors never seem to end. Alice begins to feel growing anxiety, a sensation of being trapped in an endless nightmare. The yellowed walls seem to close in on her, the dancing shadows take on strange shapes, and an aura of danger surrounds her. Suddenly, she hears indistinct whispers in the darkness, as if distant voices were murmuring warnings in her ear. Fear grips her as she realizes she is not alone in the Backrooms, that there is something else lurking in the darkness. As she continues to move forward, her mobile phone begins to show signs of weakness. The light flickers, threatening to go out at any moment. Alice feels even more vulnerable, lost in this maze of endless corridors, with only darkness to guide her. And then, she sees it. A dark silhouette slinks in the shadows, slowly approaching her. Her heart races as she realizes she is being hunted by something unspeakable, something that should not exist in this world. Panicked, Alice begins to run, desperately trying to find a way out in this labyrinth of nightmares. But the more she runs, the more the corridors seem to warp and twist around her, preventing her from finding an escape. As she fights for her survival, Alice realizes that the Backrooms are much more than she had imagined. It is not only a place of despair and damnation, but also a reflection of her deepest fears, a mirror of her own inner hell. She knows she must find a way to escape before it's too late, before the shadows themselves devour her whole. But as she continues to battle the darkness, she realizes that the true threat lies within her, hidden in the darkest corners of her mind. And in the Backrooms, no light can shine bright enough to drive away the demons that lurk within. Story 2. In the labyrinthine depths of the Backrooms, an endless maze where eternal darkness reigns and every step echoes into emptiness, unfolds a sinister and terrifying tale. It is here that Anna finds herself, a daring explorer drawn by the promise of uncovering the darkest secrets of this parallel universe. From the moment she enters the Backrooms, Anna feels an oppressive presence that seems to follow her at every turn. The walls, yellowed by time, are marked with obscure graffiti and enigmatic symbols, giving the place a gloomy and unsettling atmosphere. The endless corridors stretch out before her, seeming to warp and shift like the delusions of a nightmare. As she cautiously advances through this unhealthy maze, Anna notices troubling anomalies in her surroundings. Doors appear and disappear mysteriously, objects seem to change position on their own, and strange noises resonate from the depths of the Backrooms. Despite her growing unease, Anna persists in her quest for truth, determined to uncover the mysteries of this cursed place. As she explores further, Anna discovers signs of past life. Abandoned items lie strewn on the floor, ghostly footprints mark the empty corridors, and rumors of invisible presences haunt the stagnant air. She realizes that the Backrooms are much more than mere endless corridors. They are a world unto themselves, filled with forgotten memories and buried secrets. As the night drags on and the darkness becomes increasingly suffocating, Anna finds herself confronted with increasingly disturbing phenomena. Deceptive illusions disorient her, nightmarish visions haunt her dreams, and unknown forces seem to pull the strings of her fate. She realizes that the Backrooms are an insidious trap, designed to ensnare reckless souls in an endless nightmare. Suddenly, Anna hears a piercing call echoing through the corridors, a call that seems to emanate from the very abyss of the backrooms. Panic-stricken, she begins to run, desperately seeking an escape from this infernal labyrinth. But the further she goes, the tighter the corridors seem to close in around her, preventing her from finding an exit. As she fights for her survival, Anna understands that the backrooms are much more than a mere physical maze. They are the reflection of her own inner hell, a mirror of her deepest fears and darkest regrets. She realizes with horror that to find freedom, she must confront her inner demons and face her worst nightmares. Finally, exhausted and desperate, Anna collapses to the ground, realizing that she is condemned to wander eternally in the backrooms, haunted by the ghosts of her past. In this unhealthy place where time has no hold and reality dissolves into illusion, she knows that only death can end her torment. And in the depths of the backrooms, death waits, patient and implacable. Story 3. In the tortuous depths of the backrooms, where darkness reigns supreme and time seems to have stopped for eons, lurks a tale that chills the blood and haunts the dreams of the unwary. It is in this parallel, strange, and unhealthy universe that the sinister story of Maria unfolds, a bold explorer in search of truth, but who will soon discover that some truths are better left buried in oblivion. From the moment she sets foot in the backrooms, Maria feels an oppressive presence weighing on her shoulders, as if the walls themselves were imbued with malice. The narrow corridors stretch out before her, seeming to twist and distort like the entrails of a monstrous beast. The flickering lights cast unsettling shadows on the walls, yellowed by time, creating a gloomy and unreal atmosphere. Despite her growing nervousness, Maria advances with determination through this unhealthy maze, driven by a morbid curiosity that consumes her from within. But soon she realizes that the backrooms are much more than mere endless corridors. They are a world unto themselves, a world where the laws of physics and reality are twisted and distorted beyond human understanding. As the night drags on and the darkness becomes increasingly suffocating, Maria is assailed by increasingly terrifying phenomena. Strange noises resonate from the depths of the backrooms, indistinct whispers murmur unintelligible words in her ear, and nightmarish visions haunt her thoughts. She realizes that the backrooms are steeped in suffering and despair, as if the walls themselves were alive and aware of their own misery. As she ventures further into the twists and turns of the backrooms, Maria discovers signs of past life. Abandoned items litter the floor. Torn photographs and broken toys testify to the existence of human beings who once walked these corridors. But it is the whispers of lost souls that chill her to the bone, muffled voices pleading for help, but whose calls remain unanswered in the ruthless darkness of the backrooms. Suddenly, Maria hears a piercing scream echoing through the corridors, a cry filled with terror and despair. Panic-stricken, she begins to run, her footsteps echoing in the oppressive silence of the backrooms. But the further she goes, the tighter the corridors seem to close in around her, as if the entire universe conspires to trap her in this endless hell. As she fights for her survival, Maria understands that the backrooms are much more than just a nightmare. They are a reflection of her own tortured mind, a mirror of her deepest fears and darkest regrets. She realizes with horror that to find peace, she must confront her inner demons and accept the truth of her own destiny. Finally, exhausted and desperate, Maria collapses to the ground, realizing that she is condemned to wander eternally in the backrooms, haunted by the specters of her past. In this unhealthy place where time has no hold and reality dissolves into illusion, she knows that only death can end her torment. And in the depths of the backrooms, death waits, patient and implacable. Story 4. In the oppressive darkness of the backrooms, another sinister tale unfolds, a narrative that defies all logic and terrifies the mind. At the heart of this unhealthy labyrinth lies the disturbing story of Adam, a bold explorer in search of answers, but who will soon discover that the backrooms are much more than just an endless maze game. From the moment Adam enters the backrooms, he feels a sense of unease that chills him to the bone. The dilapidated walls and worn floors seem to vibrate with a dark and oppressive energy, as if the backrooms were a living entity, eager to devour those who dare to venture inside. As he delves deeper into this nightmarish world, Adam is assailed by troubling visions and unsettling illusions. Moving shadows dance on the walls, indistinct whispers float in the air, and sensations of intense cold seep into his bones, even in the stifling heat of the backrooms. The further he explores, the more intense the strange phenomena become. Doors appear and disappear mysteriously, leading to endless corridors or empty, dilapidated rooms. Familiar objects suddenly come to life, transforming into unspeakable monstrosities that pursue him through the twists and turns of the backrooms. As he tries to find a way to escape, Adam discovers signs of past life in the backrooms. Cryptic messages are scribbled on the walls, macabre drawings and esoteric symbols that seem to whisper dark and mysterious warnings to him. Yet even in the midst of horror, Adam refuses to give up. He's determined to uncover the secrets of the backrooms, to discover the truth behind their enigmatic existence. But the more he searches, the more he realizes that the backrooms are much more than just an endless maze of corridors. They are a twisted reflection of his own mind, and waking nightmare where reality and illusion merge in a macabre dance. As he struggles for his survival, Adam realizes that to escape the clutches of the backrooms, he must confront his own inner demons. He must face his deepest fears and darkest regrets if he is to have any chance of emerging unscathed. Finally, after hours that seem to stretch into infinity, Adam finally finds his way out of the backrooms. But even then, he knows that the horrors he has experienced will remain etched in his mind forever, haunting his dreams and clouding his soul for the rest of his days. For in the depths of the backrooms, evil never truly dies.